Impersonating local judges. Man fools jail workers into thinking he's a judge. Gets inmate out by changing his bond. I've caught a few escape stories over the years. This is the most cartoon way someone has ever got out. You mean to tell me all it took was one phone call? Is this the jail? Yeah, this is the jail. Who's this? This is the judge. Judge who? Judge these nuts. Let that man out. Sure, judge. Let him out. I mean, it's better than stealing a CO's uniform. It's better than escaping in a dumpster like those Ohio inmates did a couple years ago. It's even better than getting a birthday cake with a file in it. A man was able to successfully impersonate a judge to get an inmate's bond reduced, enabling his release from jail before authorities caught on to the con, a sheriff's office in Louisiana said. Now, I don't work for the Department of Corrections, but I'm pretty sure it's kindergarten 101 to verify a release before you let an inmate go. Adrian James St, Romain, 42, faces a slew of charges, including false impersonation, assisting escape, attempted simple escape, and injuring public records. Injuring public records is real. It's just a fancy way of saying manipulating records. He was arrested on Tuesday on an unrelated warrant, the Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Department said in a news release, and subsequently handed the other charges for impersonating local judges. The story, as authorities tell it, began in April when someone called the Calcasieu Correctional Center claiming to be a local judge. They were able to verbally reduce an inmate's bond to released on recognizance, the sheriff's office said. So a judge seemingly phoned in a bail reduction, which is not uncommon. It's not unheard of, but it wasn't a video call, and you didn't receive a fax, an email, or any other correspondence from his office to back this up. At this point, it's just the basics of covering your own ass. Hey, judge, you put in for this bail reduction, right? Hell no. It's pizza night with my prostitutes. You know I never do business on pizza night with my prostitutes. See, crisis averted. The inmate, 46-year-old Demond Lynn Delahoussaye Sr, one hell of a name, according to local NBC affiliate KPLC, was released on that fraudulent bond in June. It was only when Delahoussaye appeared for a court hearing on July 17th that authorities discovered the release had been granted under false pretenses. He was then immediately arrested and booked back into the Calcasieu Correctional Center, the sheriff's office said. Delahoussaye is in jail on an aggravated assault charge. Court records show the relationship between him and St. Romain is unclear. So was he skimming the inmate list and just picked a random name, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or did he actually know this guy? I ask because if this was planned on both ends, there's no way this man shows up to court. This is something you do and go on the run. He showed up to court basically not knowing that he was a fugitive. That had to be an unpleasant surprise. Yeah, you escaped jail. I escaped what? You let me out. You opened the door and told me to leave. But St. Romain was reportedly intent on continuing this alleged deception. He is said to have attempted 2 more calls in July, again impersonating a judge in an effort to set another fraudulent bond on the same inmate. However, he was unsuccessful, and detectives identified St. Romain as their suspect, though he has been arrested with help from the U.S. Marshal Service in charge. The investigation is still continuing, the authorities said. As of Wednesday, St. Romain's bond had not yet been set. Of course, I love to hear your opinions on this. I love to hear your thoughts on this. If you really want to help someone on the other side of that wall, the best thing you could possibly do is not join them.